Nobody says anything, there are no replies, then that's you notify that it's open to public knowledge that you're going to take a step, you're going to take ownership of that name, that thumbprint. It's unique, it's my thumbprint, no one else in the world has it. I did that through Safe Creative. It's a company that they give the copyrights of. I wrote a book, I specialize in sports nutrition. I wrote a book, and so I have the copyrights for my book with these people. I also have the copyrights for my thumbprint and photograph. And I use that to sign my contracts. My contracts go with my autograph and my copyright there. So the point is, we need to, after we send the notices, I created my website, which is open access, and everyone has that is the evidence. That is the registry equals evidence, means evidence. You need to create your own registry. Like the government has their own registry, which is Boletín Oficial del Estado, which is published every month with millions of directives, regulations, and etc. that are open to public knowledge, to everyone, to read it and to accept it and consent or not. Or write it back, say, look, I don't consent to this. I don't. But if you say nothing, they send the notices in the Boletín Oficial del Estado. They send the notices to the entire 46 million Spanish people and you. And you say nothing, which means you are consenting to what the BOE says. That the BOE is directed to personas físicas o personas jurídicas, which is the definition in the legal. There's in Spain, there's the Diccionario de la Real Academia, the Spanish dictionary, and the legal dictionary, and the government uses the legal words, and they teach us from the very beginning, when we're at school, the legal meaning of the words, but make us think that we were using the other normal dictionary. So they tricked us into using the legalese, these legal words. So we incriminate ourselves using this language.
We have the same in the UK. So they have the Black's Law.
Yeah, well,
which is the legal.
It's the same.
And then they have the dictionary.
Yeah,
it's the same. I mean, and Leah's been fantastic what you've done. I'm sure what we will do is we'll find out from you the processes, and then we'll go through processes, paperwork, all of what we need to be doing to be able to take this on. Because we've been talking about a lot of this before, how we would like to set up our own assembly, so that we can do all these things, and then we've got our own 12. On the assembly. So we are conscious of it. It's about action now. And we've been through a period where we've seen that the abilities, so I'm just getting away from the speakers, the ability of the government to be able to clamp down on us. So we need to, as I said already, start taking this autonomy, taking our autonomy back. And if we can really tap into and find out these processes. And what is fantastic is it sounds like it's the same in England as it is here. So it's just a case of, and the key is to learn the language and to be able to speak and do the process. It's all about the processes. We follow the processes, then we follow a lot of the alternative news where people have been doing this in the UK, where they're not paying their mortgages, they're not paying their utility bills, they're not paying any taxes. They're not all of it. They're not paying basically. They are independent people. They are independent man or woman, and they're not paying anything what the government feel that they're putting on. So we can do it.
I was just wondering what happens though when we're Brits or Americans or whatever living in this country. I mean, can they throw our sorry asses out if we're just not going to play their game or what?
what I'm hearing from Leo is where we take this business, that we get our independent number, that we've taken this international passport, international, I don't think they can.
There's no way. No way.
I'm not paying tax, you're saying they're going to go, oh, okay, that's fine.
It doesn't matter what passport, what country you come from. You change in this country. There are three. In civil law, there are 3 pillars, and after you take the proper steps to cover these 3 pillars, you change your status from American to, what's your name?
My name?
Yeah.
Renee.
Renee? Once you change your status from American to Renee, living woman, that's
who you are.
And you notify the government that you are Renee now. You're not the financial, the corporate number going with the name. That's it.
What does my position become then? Because I'm actually dual passport holder. What does my position become then?
Your position is how you want your position. This is the thing. What your consent? You don't need to consent to them. You don't need their permission to be Renee of America or Renee of Spain. That's your choice. You are an independent person, and this is what we've got to start grasping. We are independent, amazing people. We don't need their permission. The fact that we're giving them consent to do it, that's what we've done. We're giving them permission to control us. It's up to us.
I think it's worth mentioning that Leo's from Uruguay.
I was born in Uruguay. I have 2 passports here.
We've all
Wonderful.
been indoctrinated and tricked into thinking that we need to do all what they just said. No, we don't. It's exactly what Leo was saying. There's the 3 laws, and the main one is, we've always, I think we all grew up, we do unto others as you have done unto yourselves. And that really is the crux of it. There's none of this, all of the other stuff, the acts and the things, is for them to control us. And what we've got to do, I'm sure every single one of us would pay our way if there was a flat, there's sort of a 14% tax there, for instance. Everybody pay their way, 40% tax, but then, look at the hike in petrol, for instance. Now we know that, okay, petrol's gone up because of whatever, but we know that the government is grabbing back so much money out there, so much so that and I didn't realise that they did the deal with the truckers, that they had to take 20 cents off of the bill, but it's not showing
Per litre.
on the litre. On the stamp it will show 177, but really they're charging you 159. It's all, you see how they're just so crooked, really. A villain on the street has got more morals than what the government has. Really.
It's true.
So, this is so important that we really grab this. And again, it's also, we are, I would say, as much, we're a spiritual group. I would say we're more of a spiritual group than a corporation thing. And a lot of it as well is we're giving energy to it as well. All of this, we give energy to it. By consenting, we're giving energy to it. By paying into it, we're giving energy to it. By doing all what the government asking, we're giving energy to it.
We're slitting our own throats.
Exactly. We are basically incarcerating. We don't even need to go into prison because we're in prison. Because by just consenting all the time, we are just giving them the right to do any and everything that they want. As I think Hedy was alluding to, where water comes from the sky, so how they're charging us for that. Electricity comes from the sun or from energy. There's all these things. Okay, they've put the sewers in, they've put this in there. Yeah, I've got no problem for paying for what, but a lot of the time, yeah, exactly. A lot of the time, we're campo people, most of us. We live in it. So, our sweat equity. This is what we own. And this is what we've got to start realising. It's our sweat equity. What's keeping them going.